got another new pose for you today. This one you've probably heard of before. It's called down dog. In Sanskrit, Adho Mukha Svanasana. That's a hard one to say, so it's okay with me if you just say down dog, but you need to be able to recognize when you hear Adho Mukha Svanasana that means down dog. So for this pose, just like plank, we're going to start in tabletop. So come into your tabletop position. So again, this position looks just like a rectangle. You've got your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to start by curling our toes under. Lift your knees off the floor. Send your hips up and back. Start straightening your legs and start pressing your hips back until your body looks like an upside down V. And down dog, our gaze is back at our ankles or shins or knees. So we're not looking up here, we're looking back, looking at our legs. Notice what's happening with your feet. Are your heels pointing straight back? Are your toes pointing towards your fingers? If your back's hurting, you can put a little bend in your knees. Let's come back down to tabletop. Sit back down in Virasana. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Maybe shake your arms out. Give your wrists some circles here. Remember, ahimsa means we want to take care of ourselves. We want to listen to our body, non-harming. We don't want to do anything that's going to cause us to have an injury. So in this pose, our body looks like a V, an upside down V. Our hips are the highest point. Let's try it again. Come into tabletop position. So again, in tabletop, everything is lined up. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Curl those toes under. Push into your hands, lift your knees off the ground, and then send your hips up and back. Your heels are reaching to the ground. Your chin is tucked as you look back towards your toes or your shins or your ankles. Remind yourself to relax your neck. Arms are straight. Push into the floor. Maybe you're feeling a stretch in your hamstrings here. Maybe you're feeling that in your calves. Let your breath be smooth and fluid. And then lower back down to your knees and tabletop. Sit back into Virasana. Roll your shoulders out. Give your hands a shake. And we're going to do that one more time. So coming into tabletop, spread your fingers, separate your knees just a little bit. We're going to curl those toes under and push back to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your fingers, press your fingers into the earth, spreading your hands out. Heels reach down. Where are you looking? Remember, you're looking back at your knees. Press the floor away. Let your body be long. Your hips are the highest point. Drop back onto your knees and tabletop. Sit back into your heels in Virasana. And let yourself rest.